This is Why Small Business Matters from Northumbria University, supporting small businesses with the Help to Grow management programme.
Welcome to Why Small Business Matters podcast, currently on tour and coming to you from the Media Suite at Salford Business School. Today we will delve into the vibrant world of small enterprises and the dynamic individuals who drive them. I'm Prof Mandy Parkinson and I am delighted to be chatting today to Bassel Ounah, owner of APNA's own diving school and Neptune Submerge Limited. Bassel is a visionary leader and a dynamic force behind Neptune. It's a pioneering company in the underwater exploration industry. Neptune employ augmented and virtual reality technology to replicate the underwater experience, allowing learners to stimulate the feeling of diving in the ocean and receive feedback on their performance. Before we start, Bassel, tell us about the diving school. So tell us about APNA's own.
Good morning and thank you, Mandy, for hosting me today with you. And let's start how it started. As a child, I have an uncle who was a fisherman, and I used to help him during his ocean trip. It started like a hobby, then a passion, then a profession. Connected with the water, it gave me a lot of beautiful vibes, and I love to share it with other people. So I take it to professional level where I become an instructor and start to teach people about holding their base and discover the underneath of the water with a single base.
So would it be fair to say that the diving school was at the heart and being able to do things with the sea and the seabed and has been a driving force for you in your original business?
Yeah, it gives me the opportunity to see the ocean from different angle. A lot of people, they love just to walk for meditation on the beach or having a trip on the boat, but diving down to see the seabed, it's totally a different experience where a lot of species, a lot of nice coral environment, and unfortunately a lot of plastic pollution.
How did the idea of Neptune come about then from the diving school?
It started due to the COVID-19 when suddenly I found myself, like too many other people, locked down in the curfew period where not allowed to go and connected with other people and start to use technology like online training to be in contact with people who used to visit us, and this is give me a good payback. When it's end, I was one of the dive center that the people start to coming back, but it always kept to my mind, what if that happen again? And I notice in other industry like aviation or healthcare, they start to implement the immersive technology and the VR. And due to years of experience of teaching freediving, I witness a lot of people, they have the physical ability to freedive, but they are not mentally prepared before we conduct the open water sessions, that after a certain depth, for an example, the light penetration will get darker, so they will make an early turn, or we are sharing this beautiful environment with other species, like if a fish or jellyfish passing by, they will get panic and rush. So using immersive technology can help them to be more mentally prepared before we go to the real session.
And have you now adopted that technology as almost a preparation piece for your current clients in the diving school as well? So has it become part of their training? Yeah,
it can work like as a training simulator in a safe environment without getting wet, and where it's allowed to do mistakes and repeat it and learn from it. And by apply like also the IE also can help them to recognize their mistakes and immediately instructor them to make the correction.
I mean, a diving school is the most non-technical business you could ever imagine. And are you interested in technology personally, or is that not? Was it a driver of your own, or was it purely the impact of the pandemic?
It was pandemic, it was a wake-up call, which it's let me learn that using the technology, it will have a huge impact on my current business, and to start to implement it. And then I start to learn that it's not only for training purposes, it can help for other aspects like mental health or environmental and either awareness on the seabed. Yeah.
So when you came up with the idea for Neptune Submerge and you came up with the idea of the immersive technologies, how did you take that forward? So you reached out to universities, how did you take that step?
I CDI program from Salford University, it helped me a lot to having and university student who is in tech and to have a chat with him. It was challenging at the beginning to transfer an idea into something like a real product where other people can share it. So it was a transformation experience which lead to the final product. Yeah.
And we talked a little bit around the impacts on sustainability and the impacts on the seabed from pollution, etc. And part of what you've been doing with Neptune Submerge is to take it into the schools and to get them to an education piece. What made you decide to do that?
Not a lot of people, they have the physical ability to travel and to see or to learn how to dive to see the impact. So if I give through this immersive experience the opportunity to other people to see what is actually happening, that can help to raise the awareness for the plastic pollution, that can help also to make it like a learning experience where they can interact with it and implementing the British curriculum of the environmental and the impact of on the ocean.
So for you, when you think about people, planet, and profitability, people and planet are quite key into your drivers and what's driven you as a business, and the profit is almost coming along with that as you're taking it forward. In terms of the experience of those children that have been taking part, what kind of feedback have you had?
A great experience. They like it, and they've been more adapted than me to use the technology because maybe the new generation into gaming, and I have to use the elements or and the tools which they get used to it. It's they share a very good feedback, like maybe we need to enhance a little bit in the graphic to make it like more kids friendly, using some other tones and voices like a Nemo fish. So they have a brilliant idea which I try to implement.
Yeah, so they've definitely been your biggest critic and also a critical friend in terms of taking that forward, which is fantastic. And tell me a little bit more about the work you've been doing with KidsScan as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful organization, KidsScan, taking care about the kids who are suffering from a long journey fighting against the cancer. They give me the opportunity to help them to disconnect and to get them out of this environment through using the experience, and it gives a very good payback regarding their mental health and well-being, charging their energy, always connecting with the ocean or with nature in general. It charges the energy. So it was a great experience, and I would love to get more into involving in such a project with KidsScan.
And would you advise other small businesses to look at that and look at how they can work with these kind of charities to help and give something back?
Any business, especially small businesses, we are a part of the community, and we have to pay back in a way or another, and this pay, it will help us to go because the community, we are all connected in a way or another, and that can help the small businesses a lot to leverage the win, even for financial aspect, if we want to talk it like this. Yeah.
And in terms of when you took this journey to go from the diving school and setting up Neptune, what challenges did you face? What barriers did you face in terms of adopting this technology?
First of all, it was how I can transfer ideas into an actual program. To communicate with the programmer, which sometimes the idea into my mind to make it visual to him, it is challenging. After we established for the relation, it become more easier and start to become more smoother. But at the beginning, it was hard to implement. Only idea I have it into my mind, especially a lot of programmer, they never try diving. So yeah, it was.
So you were challenging them as well as them challenging you in terms of, and that communication piece in terms of you not being a technology person and understanding those technologies and how you overcome some of the aspects. And what about in terms of, were there any financial barriers to implementing this technology, so to taking the business in a new direction?
Yes, it was challenging regarding the finance and the funding which I received from CDI program. It helped me a lot to overcome this obstacle and leverage the win in a short period of time. So it saved a lot for my team and me to make the experience, the VR experience, happen in less than a year.
And what steps did you need to take to train the staff? So again, the staff were from the diving school. So what did you have to do to train them to adopt this technology as well?
Usually we have part of the staff who are already more than me into tech. So they are following, we are getting to conference and getting involving with workshop with universities that always help. And we have part of the staff like a team who are into AI, augmented reality and VR. So
they've been the early adopters and dragging you along with them. Yeah, that's brilliant. And can you give us some specific examples of how adopting this technology and taking the business in a different direction, how has that helped the business?
It helped me a lot. It helped me to gain a new audience, getting to new market. In the past experience, people, they have to come to specific location. There's a lot of uncontrolled reason like the weather conditions, the wind, where the experience it can offer it in more safer environment, accessible to more people, especially the people who are in need, where they having some physical difficulties to get into the ocean. So they can do it in their home or in a safely. So I advise people not to implement the technology in the sake of the technology. They have to recognize what the technology can help them into their own businesses and how it can make it, for example, more efficiency, productive, or winning a new market.
So you've managed to open a new market, but also develop a pipeline to your existing market. And have you had businesses that have started through the AR/VR or individuals who've joined through AR/VR and they've now gone as far as actually going into the ocean?
Yeah, it's like the wine testing. So they can test the flavor of the diving through this experience, and once they like it, I have some clients, they started with the VR and then they want to take it to the real practice, and then we move it to the pool session and so on. So some people, they will just hook into diving after trying the experience on the VR.
So it's actually been a real pipeline into your other business. And have you got people in your other business who also have now adopted the AR/VR approach as well? So working with both sides of the company?
Especially the kids, yes. Especially the kids, it can help them to adapt for the coming environment and to be mentally prepared what they can expect to see in a gaming environment which they used to live in.
And in terms of what's next and what do you want to do next with Neptune? Are there other technologies you want to bring in, or do you want to expand on that technology?
What we implement at the beginning, it's very VR and augmented reality. What I'm trying to implement later, it's the AI, where it can help a lot. It can help a lot for the participant to recognize the species. There's millions of species and fish and coral under the water, so it can immediately recognize and give information. And for example, for also the pollution, the plastic bottle, how many years it needs to melt into the ecosystem, so it can provide a lot of information which can enhance the experience.
And it's doing it in a gamification kind of way that makes it more palatable for different individuals. And are you working with schools already? Are you working with them to try and inform the curriculum as well in terms of this technology, and how's that going?
Yeah, we try to implement the British curriculum, like to do at the end of the experience kind of a quiz or questions, to be sure that the participant take away some information which can help them to change some action. Maybe that can lead to reduce carbon footprint in the ocean.
You're listening to Why Small Business Matters. Find out how Northumbria University can help your business thrive through the Help to Grow management program, delivered by leading small business and enterprise experts from Northumbria University, with the support of leading figures from industry and experienced entrepreneurs. The program supports senior managers of small and medium-sized businesses to boost their business's performance, resilience, and long-term growth. The 12-week program is 90% funded by the government, and the fee payable by participants is £750, and has been designed to allow participants to complete it alongside full-time work. The in-depth, high-quality curriculum supports you to build your capabilities in leadership, innovation, digital adoption, employee engagement, marketing, responsible business, and financial management. By the end of the program, you'll develop a business growth plan to help you lead your business to realize its potential. To find out more about the program, the modules, eligibility, and fees and delivery dates, go to northumbria.ac.uk/help-to-grow.
Welcome to the Why Small Business Matters podcast. I'm Professor Mandy Parkinson, and we are talking with Bassel Ounah today on all things tech in a non-tech business. If we just go back a step, you talked about the driver behind setting up Neptune, and it was partly to do with the pandemic and the fact that diving schools were closed and all of those aspects. In those intervening years, from us opening back up to you really taking forward with Neptune, what was it about the idea of the technology that kept you pushing you forward to look at what you could do next and what you could do next?
It's fascinated. It's the idea how we can, one idea how it can implement it for different aspects. Like I started as a training simulator, then how it can help for the environment, raising the awareness, for the mental health or well-being, and at the end as entertainment for aquariums or malls where people can come and have the experience to dive into that aquariums and to learn more about the environment there. It's different experience than seeing it from outside or from the surface and getting closer and see the beautiful under the ocean, the coral, the real color, and the environmental impact.
And you talked a little bit around the treasure hunt piece that you do with the kids and getting them to look at how they go and find those things. And again, how much fun is that? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, actually we tried at the beginning in a show at a Christmas event. I was doing it in aquarium, and we were hiding plastic bottles or plastic bags, and the kids was interacting to us and aiming in their fingers where we have to go and collect. And I did this in the experience because I see how much they happy to guide. So I make it like in treasure hunting and to move the plastic from the ocean, and then like at the end, how if we move this number of tons out, how that can impact on the seabed, and how much it's need to get together out of it. So yeah.
In terms of, if you take it back a bit, in terms of the support you've had from the business school and from the universities more wider, how has that helped you? So has that been a game changer for you, or do you think you'd have been able to take it forward regardless?
Any product, if we didn't have tested or have a feedback, it's a learning opportunity. So I want people to try to learn out from their experience and feedback, so I can enhance it. So I'm doing the service or the product for the people. That's why I need to listen to the kids, and I lean to the student, and to see how I can enhance it and improve it.
And do you think, in terms of what is next for Neptune then, so what do you want to do next with the business and with the diving school more wider? What are your future plans?
I think we can take it more about training for special cases. For an example, for police department, when they are searching for evidence under the water with the mercury condition, calculating the current and so on. So using the VR can help a lot to simulate these conditions before they go and conduct the actual training in the real environment. That need more work in tech. So that's why should be the next phase, hopefully.
And if you were giving one piece of advice to a non-technology company who are thinking of adopting technology or looking at how they can change their business model, what would that be?
You don't have to be a tech guru or expert to start implementing the technology. We all using technology in a way or another. We all receiving emails and something, but we have to start just to recognize how the new technology like AI or other things, how can help us in your business, how it can help you to make it more efficient, more productive, or gaining or winning a new market. So they have to think how to use this technology to level up the current business.
And you've been very good at accessing support through universities and looking at how the business schools and other provision can help you. And I know you've been involved in the Help to Grow programme and innovation labs and CDI. So you've actually maximised the different opportunities where you can to take you forward. And do you think that's also helped you think differently about your business and your business model?
Absolutely. It helped me to think more strategically, to have a business plan, to work better with my team, and also to help and encourage them to invest into themselves. I have one colleague in my team now starting her MBA program after I get involved with Help to Go, for an example. So it can pay back again for the business a lot when inspiring the other teammates.
And how are you found in terms of being able to build up that business network? Because obviously being an entrepreneur is quite lonely at times. Yeah. Have you found that these kind of programs have allowed you to build up a peer network of support?
Yeah, it gives me the opportunity to learn from other entrepreneurs who are coming from different industries and trying to implement similar idea, and give me the platform to see how same idea, it have like different solution. It helped me. It was like a very learning curve opportunity to learn from other, not only academically.
And I know, Bassel, we had a chat yesterday, and the minute you told people about your business, there was a fascination in the room in terms of what you've done and what you're trying to do. Is that normal? Is that the kind of response you tend to get?
People connected to the nature and the ocean, it's always like a lot of people like passionate about it. Maybe the tricky part, which I start to implement the technology, and hopefully that can inspire other people to start to implement it in non-tech industry like diving.
So Bassel, you did Help to Grow programme, and for you, what did you gain from that? How did that help?
It helped me a lot to transfer just an idea into and implement it to make it into a business plan, and to start thinking strategically for my project, and it gave me the right exposure to use other tools which and it gave me also the opportunity to learn from other participants, because we've been like a team from entrepreneurs who already have their project and trying to implement different new ideas and into the business. So it gave me the exposure to learn how this can work, this have more impact, this may work for me, may work better for other business. So it was a great learning opportunity.
And what advice would you give to other businesses thinking of taking that leap into that programme?
I advise the businesses to a lot of people, they think the university it's only before till the graduation, where it can help a lot the businesses after they get graduate, or even if they didn't go to the university, they help with different workshop, courses, labs, and funding from the government through the university. So it can help the businesses a lot, even for testing the product and so on.
The end goal is to get as many people as possible to understand what is at the bottom of that seabed and take it forward. Thank you so much, Bassel.
Thank you so much, Mandy. Thank you.